Hi, my name's Allison Foster. I'm 24. I'm an American girl, an American taxpayer. Today's December 20th, 2012, so tomorrow might be the end of the world. If it's not, I might make another video. Let's see how you like this one. Lately I've been researching something that bothers me. I didn't know how to get my message across because not a lot of people know about it, but I thought that I'll just use the technology that's available to all of us and something that everyone uses. I don't know how much you know about the Voice of America Persian News Network, but it's becoming a huge problem for American taxpayers because the employees are all funded by us, and the Persian News Network is supposed to be a great tool for public diplomacy to the people of Iran. It's supposed to be informative and just give a good description of how democracy works, how America works, and give them that information. But unfortunately, the programming and the employees are overwhelmingly anti-American. In addition to having the anti-American programming, a lot of these employees are either informants for the Islamic Republic Intelligence Service, or they're very sympathetic to the regime, which is completely the opposite of how it was supposed to be when the organization was founded. You know, our founding fathers had dreamed of bringing democracy and freedom to the world, and that was the original mission of the umbrella of VOA, and then specifically each of the different languages. VOA was formed after World War II, and for the past 70 years they've been doing a good job of bringing that same message that they were founded on to the world. But through my research, I have found that during the past 6 to 7 years, the Persian News Network has not been doing that. They have been going completely off their path, and they are no longer in line with the mission of overall VOA. Now, the Persian News Network and the VOA operate under the Broadcasting Board of Governors supervision. And in the next video, I'll go into more detail about the structure of that. But for now, I'd like to just stick with the Persian News Network. Their hiring practices include almost exclusively family members. And through my research, I've found husband and wife and their daughter and the daughter's boyfriend all work there, as well as cousins and mothers and sons and siblings. Now, these people, most of them don't have journalistic experience at all, and their hiring practices are unbelievable. They hire a family member that they know doesn't have any experience, and they'll give them the job title of a teleprompter operator. Now here, when these people are operating under their teleprompter title, they're being given the chance, while being paid a salary, to learn about journalism and have their first journalistic experience. And it's a waste of our tax dollars. It's insulting to Americans that work hard to get and to keep their jobs to have these people with no experience and a very anti-American message operating under our money. When these people are operating under their teleprompter title, they're being given the chance, while being paid a salary, to learn about journalism and have their first journalistic experience. And it's a waste of our tax dollars. It's insulting to Americans that work hard to get and to keep their jobs to have these people with no experience and a very anti-American message operating under our money. Now, as a young American woman, I work hard and I pay a lot of taxes just like the rest of us. And we're paying our taxes so that these people can work and have a salary that's probably 2 to 3 times what mine is and what yours is. And it's not fair to us. It's not fair to everyone that wants to work hard and wants to achieve something on their own and not just get it handed to them by family members. Now, I told you how a lot of the employees at PNN are either informants for the Islamic Republic or very sympathetic to the regime. Let me give you an example. Recently, a video was released of a confidential telephone conversation with an employee of PNN named Batebi and the Deputy Intelligence Minister of Iran. This conversation proved that for 10 years, Batebi worked as an informant for the Islamic Republic. In 2008, he left the country easily and with the knowledge of the Islamic Republic and came to the United States. A year later, in 2009, he started working for PNN. Now, Batebi became accidentally famous through one photo, even though he wasn't a political activist. He was given the title of political prisoner when he was not in jail, and he and his family gained many benefits from the Islamic Republic in exchange for information. After he came to work for PNN, he was being guided by the Islamic Republic still. The intelligence service was still in communication with him. They were still telling him what to do and what to say. Ahmed Batebi was even under FBI investigation, and his ex-fiancée was a witness, and she told the FBI that while he has been working for the VOA PNN, he had still been in communication with the intelligence service in Iran, and they had been guiding him on what to say and what to do. All of this is available with a quick Google search. It's very easy to find on the internet. You can hear it in his own words in the video. Now, Batebi has created really a sort of gang to go after and try and discredit the legitimate political activists outside of Iran here in Washington, D.C. He uses his time on the clock to do this at PNN. He uses his salary to hire a lawyer to do the same thing. Ahmed Batebi created a sort of gang to go after and discredit other legitimate political activists, and these people were made up of his friends and colleagues who, interestingly, also work for VOA PNN. It's also really interesting for me because, as a contractor, he was told twice by PNN that they no longer needed his services, and he used his salary, our taxpayers, to hire a lawyer who sent threatening letters to have him reinstated back into PNN twice, and he's still there today. He's been working there now for 3 years. In this telephone conversation that you'll hear between Ahmed Batebi and Mohammad Hassan Javadi, the Deputy Intelligence Minister of Iran, the tone is very friendly. They're calling each other buddy and dear, and if he was a legitimate political prisoner, he would not be addressing his interrogating officer this way. In the conversation, Batebi is telling Javadi that during the past 10 years when I've been working for you and working for the intelligence ministry, you've been 100% honest with me, and I trust you completely. I want all of you to listen to this 22-minute phone conversation between Ahmed Batebi, the Voice of America Persian News Network contractor, and the Iranian Intelligence Ministry. This clearly shows that Batebi has been an informant for 10 years, more than 10 years, for the Islamic Republic Intelligence Service. And I have a direct question for the United States Congress, the State Department, the House and Senate Foreign Affairs Committees, and especially the Voice of America directors David Ensor and the Executive Director Steve Redditch. How is it possible to have an Islamic Republic Intelligence Service informant working for VOA when my tax dollars are paying his salary for him to follow the directions of the Islamic Republic Intelligence Service? I want all the responsible officials to do a thorough background check on everyone working at VOA, PNN, and Radio Farda. Do we really need that many employees working there? And do we really need the family members of all these employees working there with no journalistic background? It's not fair to me and to the rest of the Americans who work hard for their jobs and work hard to keep their jobs, and our money is going to pay for people that don't care about these things and don't care about the country that they're working and living in. Also, it's not a bad idea, in addition to a background check, to see how many people lied on their applications and if they're even qualified, and to drug test them as well. I'm starting this campaign to raise awareness about the problems and enormous waste at VOA PNN. The American citizens and policymakers deserve to know what's going on in this very important organization and how we can fix it and save our tax dollars. Let's listen to this conversation now. You can find a full English translation on www.voapnnwatchdog.com. God bless you all, and God bless the United States.